What up, tribe? It's your Raji, and I would like to welcome you to the House of Cush Podcast, where the evolved hustlers come to learn more about root work, conjure, tarot, culture, astrology, and a little bit of everything in between. Today is the first Sunday of the month, November 2nd, and we are tapping into the sun's energy. Now, Sunday is ruled by the sun, and we do planetary workings over here, and we also try to maximize our workings off of, not try, we maximize our workings off of the energy of the planets over here. So Sundays is all about raising your profile, building confidence, it's leadership. It's a good day to tap into your affirmations and start new things. Today is also a good day to solve issues. So if you are into root work and conjure and spell work, this is a day you would be tackling any issues that may plague you for the month of, well, not the month ahead, well, shit, maybe do for the month ahead, because it is November 2nd now, but usually for the week ahead. Today is also the best day to do any type of spell work or root work, because it's a catch-all day. Now, obviously, root work and conjure is a necessity. It's a battle cry for oppression and resistance. So whatever day you might find yourself needing to do certain workings, do what you got to do. But it's always good and more amplified, and it's a place for high magic, to be able to call that energy down from that planet. So it's not necessarily like okay, you got to do it, but it will benefit you to add this as an element into your workings, okay? So just take it where it resonates. But if you got yourself an emergency, do what you got to do, baby. That's what root work and conjure is built off of. Now, we have been tapping into Halloween, Samhain, Los Días de Muertos, and today is All Souls Day. So we're closing out the energy and honoring the ancestor veneration, which is very interesting because it's been and very it's been a widespread conversation about, honoring your ancestors, and is it demonic, and, et cetera, et cetera. And I haven't really tapped into that because we hadn't had a tribe talk in a while. I've been mostly doing the Cush Almanac, which is, FYI, why you guys didn't get an almanac for yesterday. And because I was doing the forecast. If y'all want to check those out, they are available on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, as well as Spotify. And if you want to look at the written versions of these readings, it is available under the Tribe Talk tier on my Patreon, okay? So check that out when you get time. And it could assist you in how to navigate through the month. Now, again, these are forecasts, not like rule books. So there's free will at play. There is, people change all the time, but this is kind of like a skeleton key almost to how you will navigate the month of November. If you're in need of a private reading or booking, any sort of spell work that is going to be for you as an individual, reach out to me for that, and I'll definitely be more than happy to service you, okay? But yeah, so we hot off the heels of Los Días de Muertos. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, y'all, but charges in my head and not my heart. And in Sunday's energy, we are kind of tapping into our spirit team, our elevated ancestors, and this is a time where the ancestors do walk freely. They answer prayers. You set out your offerings, and you're being you're being respectful. And if you working with in hoodoo and root work and conjure, this you tapping into them all the time. But the veil is almost non-existent. And it's been almost non-existent since about Friday, for the mundane world. All right, so utilize this energy to not mourn them, but feed them, praise them, and petition them for a good reaping season, a good harvest season for yourself, okay? And your family and your business. So I've got a guide about that too. Y'all want to check that out. on Patreon. Shameless plug. Now, for the week ahead, you can expect a very interesting energetic shift. We've got the moon moving through Pisces today, but tomorrow it'll be waxing gibbous in Aries. So you go from manifesting and dreaming to actually bringing things into the physical realm, okay? Because the full moon in Taurus occurs on Wednesday. I think that's an amazing day because Wednesday is ruled by Mercury, quick movement, and you kind of just setting the tone for how you want things to be handled for the rest of this month. So what are we shedding? Now, half of the day is going to be in a waxing moon phase, and then the latter half is going to be in a waning moon phase. Full moons, it's a very powerful situation, but a lot of times you're being discouraged from doing any sort of attraction work. Now, y'all know I like to finesse, and I'll say this. While you are in this full moon energy of setting the tone, you do have the opportunity to attract between like now and a certain time on the 5th. I don't have an exact time. If y'all want to check out that exact time for your area, look it up on astro-seek.com, and it'll give you, based on your like actual location, when the moon shifts into full moon in Taurus, okay? So you can go from attracting to releasing and removing what doesn't serve your highest good, and what you need to move out the way to get your manifestations and your petitions answered. So take that where it resonates. Now, towards the end of the week, again, we'll be moving from Taurus into Gemini energy with the waxing gibbous. So we're removing like any sort of confusion, any sort of trickster energy, anything that's blocking the divine channel for you to access what you need. Let me see. So, we got that full moon in Taurus on Wednesday, and looks like on the 4th, Mars will enter Sagittarius. And then we got Venus entering Scorpio on the 6th, and Uranus retrograding in Taurus on the 7th. Oh, it's going to be busy as hell next week. So use this energy to your benefit. Now, you're closing out old cycles, your harvesting efforts are revealed. So I posted an old video. I've been reposting my old readings from last year, and it's definitely something that resonated with this journey. Like, you can't cheat the hustle. It knows how much you put into it. Your spirit team knows how much work you're actually putting into yourself. You can't wear this energy like a mask. Like, they know. You can fool the world, but you can't fool your spirit team. You can't fool your higher self. So, take note into that. Now, this full moon in Taurus is giving you the chance to have a material culmination, some sort of abundance. Now, you can have an abundance of negative shit, so make sure you're specific about that. Speak the affirmations of growth and stability. Taurus is ruled by Venus, and I oftentimes like to let it be known. You know what I'm saying? I have my way because I say so. Everything that I want wants me. You know what I mean? And make sure you affirm, declare, and decree. Speak life over your name, speak life over your business, speak life over your social media. If you are in evolved hustler mode, you're going to be speaking life over those things. So you may want to tap into lighting green or gold candles. Gold candles are going to be good for today. Also, you can create a prosperity jar with cinnamon and basil, as well as coins. Make sure you give your offerings to your spirit team, whether it be candy, whether it be actual money. You need to be putting those things on your altar to let them know, like, hey, I'm here with you. I understand that this is a reciprocal relationship. You got to give a little bit to get a little bit. And even if it's a glass of water, even if it's prayer, even if it's, your coffee, which is definitely encouraged for today if you're working with the ancestor spirits, right? But we are in a waxing gibbous phase between the 1st through the 4th, and we're planting intentions for wealth as well as visibility. Also, the 6th, beginning on the 6th, the waning moon is for the cleansing and protection and the release of stagnant energy. Now, you might be stagnating yourself, you know what I'm saying? So take a long, hard look in the mirror and see, and make sure it's not you that's, holding the knife when you turn around, tearing what you got going on down. Let's see here. Now, we're in this shadow phase of Mercury retrograde. So, you may encounter some sort of technological, things that are holding you back. You want to double check your contracts, double check what information you're putting out, double check the information you're receiving. That's why I always say, make sure y'all cross checking with astro-seek.com. That's been the most reliable source for me when it comes to astrology work and transits. But I'm human, and things are also very much about your perspective and your own personal life. So make sure y'all cross checking and then making sure, because these readings and these transits and things like that, they're general. So there you do have the opportunity to apply it to your personal walk, your personal chart. This is going to be a good time for money work in between the waxing and the full moon. So, work with your launches, evolved hustlers, merchant jars, pricing updates. Go ahead and get that done before you have to kind of deal with this waning phase. Clean your space up, check your petitions, do your floor washes. If you feel stagnant energy, go ahead and clean up and take a bath. That's like my first line of defense when it comes to cleansing and protection work. Get it done, because that's the easiest way to get some nasty energy up off you, before you go into doing like actual spell work. Let's see here. So as we tapping into, let me see. We got the general ting going on. Let's look at the transits for today, since we've discussed for the week. Let's look for today. Let's check out today's energy. Waxing gibbous in Pisces. We do have quite a few retrogrades still going on in Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, the North nodes. Both of the nodes are retrograding right now. And Chiron is also retrograding. Now, I'm looking here at the transits, and we just going to focus on the absolutes, the 0 degrees, which I kind of started to do that 1 2 3 4 on the timestamp, because we don't want to get too lost in the sauce. We want to focus on that potent energy. And when I say 0 degrees, absolute energy, potent energy, it is just what it is. Now, but I will say, I'm looking at these. The sun in Scorpio is squaring Pluto right now. Pluto in Aquarius. Still, we don't want to change. You don't want to shift. But it has to be some sort of harmony. There has to be evolution here with that 8-degree energy. The moon in Pisces is sextile Uranus. And Uranus in Gemini, which is also retrograding. We have the moon in Pisces conjuncting Neptune in Pisces, which is also retrograding. So each shift changes. Things are coming to the surface. Very potent energy. You cannot hide. You cannot skip. Like I said, what I said, y'all, you cannot cheat the hustle. It knows how much you put into it. Venus is also squaring Jupiter, and Venus is in Libra, and Jupiter is in Cancer. Let's see here. And y'all know squaring is it's kind of a hostile energy, right? Resistant to change. And we've got Jupiter in Cancer also trining Saturn in Pisces, which is retrograding at 0 degrees. They're kind of trying to collaborate and work together to make sure that you're stable, your true intentions are being magnified. Again, with that Saturn in Pisces, it's about what you do when no one else is watching. Who are you outside of this public persona, right? Uranus in Gemini is sextile Neptune in Pisces at 0 degrees. There's a shift in what people want, what they desire, tapping back into that true self, that childlike nature. I always tell you, when I'm like coaching people for evolved hustler work, I always tell them, like, what were you interested in when you were younger? What would you do that if you could do it and, like, not worry about getting paid? And that's what you should do. I also think it's important to have hobbies too, y'all. Like shit you don't do for money, because you are the money at the end of the day. Lilith is tapping in here in Scorpio, and while she's not retrograding, she's as busy as the moon today. And when I say busy, I mean it's transiting a lot of different planets. Lilith is trining Jupiter in Cancer. So there's a lot of shadow work being done around the home, the family, people, close relationships, and that energy is magnified because, Jupiter is big. There's also going to be some sort of luck and abundance surrounding that if you can face those shadows, if you can do what needs to be done. Now, Lilith in Scorpio is also Canucks, Chiron at 0 degrees as well. So there's, again, this intense shadow work. Your deepest hidden motives and agendas are coming out, like how you really feel, how you really think. You can't hide that shit right now, baby. Chiron in Aries is opposing Venus at 0 degrees, and it's squaring Jupiter. Ooh, baby. Hidden agendas aside, y'all know, like when I was doing them forecasts the other day, I was like, damn, I try to keep it productive. I ain't gonna hold you. I try to keep it productive. I try not, but the tea, baby, that shit be smoking motherfucking hot. And this Scorpio energy, this Pisces energy, baby, all the deep shit y'all thought y'all doing behind the scenes. Ooh, y'all, when I split the deck to shuffle for the triad reading for the week, y'all, the moon card came out in reverse, baby. They ain't playing. The messages coming out quickly, baby. Cancer energy. Secrets are being exposed. 8 of Sticks in the upright, which would be the 8 of Wands in the traditional deck. Secrets are coming out quickly and over the next 8 days. Ooh, they already talking. But yeah, I felt like, I was listening to somebody's business. I was like, damn. Oh my God. Like, No. There's a lot of delusion, too, with the Daughter of Baskets in reverse. There's a delusion. People refusing to take responsibility for their lives. A lot of con artist energy here. And I ain't even split, y'all. I ain't even opened the rose. Let me go open these rose for y'all. Thank you, Spirit, for opening the rose for me on behalf of the tribe for the week. Thank you so much for covering and protecting us as we go on this journey. Thank you so much for the gift. I don't abuse the gift. I honor it. I appreciate it. I love it. And I very much respect it. So what guidance do you have for the tribe for the week ahead? Whew, they already talking, baby. OMG. They ain't playing. And when I say they, I'm talking about the spirits. They ain't playing. They are not playing. Now, all of us have our own particular spirits that we work with. I always tell y'all to look up your asteroids in your chart to see who are your spirits that are on your team, because a lot of times there's a discrepancy with, elevated ancestors, and ancestors can go back more than just your great granny and, your great aunts and people that have recently passed, even in the it goes back thousands, by the thousands. So, a lot of times to get a clearer picture while you're doing that type of work, I would suggest looking at the asteroids in your natal chart to see who's on your spirit team. Now, who do I use to, get the message across and, to talk to? When I refer to my spirit team, I do my workings through Hecate, and I also utilize La Santísima Muerte as well, because she's not partial, okay? She's not partial, so I work with her. If you guys are wondering who, and Hecate is the goddess of the crossroads. She is the official team. So it just don't get no more clear than that. Elevated energy, of course. And yeah, like I said, I work with those two when it comes to certain things. Okay. Somebody's definitely worried about some secrets coming out. Somebody's worried about exposure here. Cancer energy. Cancer. Pisces, somebody's worried about some exposure during this Pisces moon. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Exposing some sort of secrets. But yeah, only reason I'm telling you that, you can't do shit with it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm letting you know because people be like, what spirits? Who you talking to? Who could be the spirit? You could be talking to any spirit. So I'm just letting you know. You know what I'm saying? Just letting you know, for reference points, who's standing there, assisting. Because sometimes it pays to know who you fucking with. But yeah, there's insight here. And I think it's very important as we continue to build this relationship and build this tribe that y'all know, that what my intentions are, are on a pure phase. This is, not a flex. This is just what it is. It's just what it is, okay? Now, I have my other spirits, obviously, for certain things, as you should, but, hey, get in where you fit in, Well, let's see what's going down with the spirit team while I'm chit-chatting, shuffling, because, baby, them bitches, they hidden, baby. We've got the 10 of Knives in the upper right. We got the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. We've got the Father of Baskets in the reverse. We've got the 9 of Knives in the upright. Overall for the week, we got the Son of Sticks in reverse. Somebody seems to be lacking some sort of control or some sort of freedom here. You could be being advised to be very much on guard because there is some sort of betrayal. These people could be from your past. Someone is looking to maybe take some sort of opportunity here by being emotionally manipulative. It's not a wise move to continue to engage in business with these individuals. Somebody's being guided to let go of a situation over the next 9 weeks. There'll be quite a bit of release, but you'll be realizing that. And I'm also getting that you should release the way that you are processing this information. Somebody could be fearful here. Lacking independence, lacking freedom, lacking individuality here. Heavy moon Cancer energy. Your emotions are coming to the surface, baby. Tell me about these betrayal from the past. Yeah, you've got some people that are going to be taking action within the next day or over the past day. Ace of Sticks. They're trying to obtain some sort of power here with the 6 of Baskets in the upright. Obtain some sort of power by offering you a gift, offering you some sort of harmony here. And this is the way that these people are going to try to obtain some sort of victory. I am hearing that they're willing to do whatever it takes, okay? 6 of Sticks in the upright. Do whatever it takes to make sure that something's not illuminated. Miss Robinson in reverse, that's the Devil in reverse, Capricorn energy. Or trying to make sure something doesn't change. Somebody feels like it's not fair that something hasn't changed. Dr. Buzzard in reverse, this is Libra energy here. With the Justice in reverse, they feel like it's unfair. Somebody's not being held in high honor. Maybe somebody doesn't have a moral code. These people don't have a moral code, and they don't want this shit to be like exposed. Taurus with the Hierophant in reverse. Yeah, somebody's definitely very resentful here after a breakup, after a loss. 3 of Knives in reverse, and somebody is, somebody needs to pay attention to what's happened in the past. Pay attention to someone's moves. Someone could also be getting what they deserve here. This is someone's idea. Yeah, someone had some sort of idea and they thought that they were going to be able to carry this shit out. We need to watch out for this person. They think the victory is in extending you some sort of offer, but then they'll take the action of like betraying you with that 10 of Swords energy. So watch out for that. Tell me about the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. Yeah, somebody wants to take some sort of opportunity from you. Empress, Aries energy here. They've gotten some sort of clarity. or you could have gotten clarity about this situation. We've got Cancer and we've got Aries at the beginning of the week. So you need to recognize that not every opportunity is something that you should take. All money ain't good money. All opportunities aren't like meant. Everybody that hand you some, they don't always mean they mean you some good. Yeah, you could be focusing on moving ahead, moving along. Yeah, somebody's clarity is coming in quick. Somebody's dreams are revealing things to them very quickly too. 10 of coins in reverse, 10 of pentacles in reverse. Somebody has lost their footing, lost some sort of investment or dedication because they chose to lie and distort some sort of information, and now this energy is burdened. 10 of sticks in reverse, they're burdened. This could have been someone you were in a relationship or a partnership with, or someone is being burdened by their decisions here. Yeah, somebody's like they've gotten more than they bargained for in a situation. Yeah, there's a lot of lies. Somebody doesn't realize that they aren't going to be able to build on this like particular foundation. It's a baseless foundation. Again, your dreams, your premonitions are coming in quickly, and you need to take notice here. You need to realize what's going on. Refuse this offer. Father of baskets in reverse. Yeah, midweek, you've got someone who is trying to emotionally manipulate you. This is a very codependent energy. 8 of baskets in the reverse. This person refuses to move forward. This Cancer father energy. There's a lot of heavy delusion. Daughter of baskets in reverse. They refuse to move on. There are a lot of lies here. Pisces energy, heavy Pisces energy. So illusions, delusions, mental issues, mental problems. And this is not to come down here on mental health, but somebody is having some sort of crisis, some sort of mental problems. They need to ground themselves. Somebody's not ungrounded. They're not existing in reality right now. Or they wanted you under the illusion here. That they weren't trying to sacrifice you or hold you up. This is a very dark energy. 9 of coins in reverse, 9 of pentacles in reverse here. Someone is trying to be deceptive. This could be, they've been working on this for quite some time. Somebody could have been working on your mental. You know how somebody like try to gaslight you, or, somebody's trying to accomplish some sort of goal by taking your freedom from you, pretending like they're not sacrificing you, trying to deceive you. They're also moving out of emotion here, and illusions and delusions, baby. This Father of coins in reverse. Someone's being very stubborn here. And the reason they're being stubborn is because there's a Mother of Knives involved in the upright Queen of Swords. You could recognize something, or you could know some sort of confirmation. You can know some sort of information about this person and their activity. Father of coins in reverse. And they are trying to end you, baby. They want this to stop. Scorpio energy here. Yeah, so your spirits are protecting you. Your ancestors are protecting you. Elevated ancestors, keep that in mind. Yeah, they're protecting you because someone is trying to bring something to an end. There's a lot of trouble here. 6 of Knives in reverse by midweek. Chaos and confusion. So expect somebody to be trying to do magic up under the moon. Keep yourself protected, okay? This person is not operating with a full deck of cards. 4 of Knives in reverse. Yeah, they're caught up in their thoughts. They can't think straight. High Priestess in reverse. Taurus energy, baby. This person's grown impatient because they can't get you to work with them. 3 of coins in reverse. You won't collaborate with this person here. And they've become fearful, maybe, or reckless with their actions with the Daughter of Sticks. Yeah, somebody was recklessly trying to control a situation. Father of Sticks in reverse. Or reckless. This person could have gotten some sort of offer. Again, I'm just seeing invested. They're invested. This person's invested in taking control of your movement, of your life. They don't want you to collaborate with anyone else. They figure you won't follow your intuition. They think maybe that you are not grounded in your thoughts and maybe you'll stay stagnant. But you're being protected here regardless. Tell me about the 9 of Knives. Yeah, somebody's being forced to release you, let go of a situation, and quickly, okay? Because in about 8 days, you're going to realize that you could have avoided some sort of tower here. Ooh. You could be trying to avoid a tower by being friendly with these people. Yeah, maybe you feel like they'll be different, Four of Sticks, but they're in the same toxic ass energy, Ten of Baskets in reverse. You won't get your wish fulfillment here. Someone's focused on your fortune, focused on your luck. Yeah, their wish fulfillment is to sit at your table. They want something. This is very like taker type energy. These are takers, not givers at all. Yeah, someone's wish fulfillment is to destabilize you, take your control. They want to take from you like right under your nose. They don't expect you to notice here. The grandchildren in reverse, which is the star card energy, Aquarius. They don't expect you to notice here. Yeah, they lack the gall. They lack the know-all here. There's a mother of baskets. They don't feel like you gonna notice that they trying to destabilize you. You know, they feel like you gonna want a friend so bad. You want to build these new partnerships and relationships so badly that you'll miss this. Ooh, tell me about the Son of Sticks in reverse. Yeah, you need to take stock in how someone moves, because there's a lot. Someone's afraid that you're going to notice something, that you're going to call them to judgment. Libra could be significant here. And maybe you haven't taken some sort of leap of faith with the free man in reverse, because you realize someone's lying, or there's some sort of skewed information that's coming towards you. Someone lied, and it's being exposed, or someone does not realize that they're being exposed. Cancer, paw in reverse. Yeah, you're exposing themselves. You could be not speaking with this person, or someone's not paying attention to their guides, and when they told them that they're not making very much progress here, someone is upset because they feel like this situation has destroyed them, or destroyed some sort of new relationship or opportunity for this month. Ooh, child. Yeah, someone needs to heal before they destroy themselves quickly. Yeah, they're not paying attention to the messages that are being sent to them. This person, things are being revealed, but somebody's just not listening. When someone there's telling you don't take this leap of faith, but they've made some sort of decision out of fear, out of recklessness here. Should I run the deck, y'all? I don't know. Look on the back here. Four baskets in reverse. Someone's trying to delay some sort of offer from coming to you. Could be Leo energy, Virgo energy here. Heavy Leo in the chat, because I got the strength in reverse to the big mama, which is the sun. They think they hide this by trying to act like they're not fighting you in the physical, but you sense what's going on with the Two of Knives, and you sense that this person is really not trying to help you. There seems to be an imbalance here due to some sort of manipulation or dark magic with the Sagittarius. Throw you off balance, skew reality here, manipulate you. Somebody's not nurturing. They're not nurturing at all. They're not who they say they are. Yeah, someone's weaknesses are being exposed. Ooh, from your past. Yeah, someone's trying to hide behind the narrative that they're not really truly battling. It's more of a spiritual battle. Ooh, child. I feel like it's fourth quarter, 33 on the timestamp, and people are getting desperate because they have goals to accomplish. You know what I'm saying? So they're desperate. You know, cycles are ending, and people are really losing their fucking minds right now because they promised things, they paid spirits, and you know it was time to pay up. 33.55. Okay, you know it's time to pay up. Somebody thought they had some sort of bright ass idea, but they getting back exactly what they put into this shit. They thought they'd get some sort of victory. You'd share with them Share some sort of power. Share your mood. They thought you was going to share your plans with them. But you become cautious. You got up your guard. And they ain't expect that shit. Threw them all the way off, baby. You threw them off. I'm telling y'all that Scorpio energy be having motherfuckers around here like, Scorpios is not that trusting, so you expect that energy to be the same, baby. Yeah. You need to nurture your ideas, nurture your visions, nurture your dreams, take care of yourself. Because someone doesn't believe that you're stable. Somebody doesn't believe in what your goals, and it's not for them to believe in. It's for you. This shit for you, dog. You doing it for you. You're not doing this shit for nobody else. You're not doing it for applause. See, that's where true freedom comes. When you stop doing this shit for applause, when you stop doing it for the gaze of the crowd, when you really just start moving and authentic, like, can't nobody do shit with you. That's true freedom, for real. And a lot of people would never know that in their lifetime because they do it for the gram. They do it for applause. 35. When I call out these numbers, if they resonate with you, look up those angel numbers, y'all. Look those angel numbers up because they mean something. They giving you guidance, usually. All right, I'm a sign of your sign type of person. I'm grounded thanks to my Capricorn moon. But when I be like, shit, that's a sign. Red flag, danger. Let's see what the guys got to say, y'all. Cause what? Yeah, someone's definitely in their field. Someone may be physically trying to hurt you, but they don't know where you are. They haven't been able to come towards you. This could be that, they trying to get you to expose something. This Cancer energy. Yeah, or maybe someone could be hurt. I got the 9 of Wands to the 3 of Wands in reverse to the Moon card in reverse. They thought they was going to get you to expose some sort of moves here, some sort of secret. Yeah. We're exposing this information to you, not so you can worry, but so Knight of Swords in reverse, so you don't go into this without knowing all the details. You don't rush and share some sort of information. You need to relieve yourself of this burden here because they don't know everything. Yeah, relieve yourself of feeling like you hurting someone or you're traumatizing someone. 3 of Swords. Because these people are being manipulative. King of Swords in reverse. They skewing information. They don't know what to do. They don't know what's going down. Yeah. Someone could not be taking action here with the Queen of Cups in reverse. They might feel like you're upset because they've taken from you. 10 of Pentacles. Maybe not taking action to upset you directly. Don't take action and don't lead with your emotions. Yeah, this King of Pentacles in reverse from your past. Yeah, somebody is going to be trying to make peace. But it's fake peace. Yeah, they're going to be trying to come in out of the cold. 5 of Pentacles in reverse. But this person in the past may not want to. They don't want to share the responsibility here of trap. 9 of Swords in reverse, in the upright. Yeah, somebody's trying to, in the past, maybe they didn't want to share some responsibility. They're trying to trap you. This person doesn't care. 2 of Cups in reverse. Yeah, they've gotten, I just trapped in their thoughts. There's a Temperance in reverse, a Sagittarius in reverse. Here that's losing some sort of relationship. Yeah, they've lost this fight. 5 of Swords in reverse. They lost an argument or lost some sort of case. And now someone's not showing them any sort of affection. Knight of Cups in reverse. They realize this Aquarius energy here. Someone seems to believe that by not showing you some sort of affection, maybe that they've lost this battle. Interesting. Present. Yeah, Five of Pentacles. Yeah, they don't have control. They've lost some sort of control over a situation, and they're rushing to go on some sort of journey here. Queen of Wands in reverse to try to control a narrative. They're trying to stop you, control some sort of offer from coming in. Four of Cups in reverse. So this person could be collaborating with a group of people based on some sort of lie from the past or misinformation. Page of Swords. Libra could be significant here. They made some sort of decision to come towards you or relocate. Trying to get someone to... There's exposure energy. Sometimes trying to get you to expose some shit. Yeah. The Hermit in reverse. Somebody... They've lost direction. Lost sense of direction. No sense of direction since you've moved on. So Virgo energy. This person seems to be taking some sort of action here. There's a lot based on emotion. Page of Cups. Yeah, you may choose not to work with this person long term, or they've stopped working with this Empress in reverse. Aries could be significant. And now they're looking for some sort of power. Gemini here with the Magician. They're trying to manifest some sort of offer to come in, manifesting an offer or an opportunity. Ace of Pentacles. But this is an internal battle. Because you're not necessarily fighting this person, because we got the Five of Wands in reverse to the... What is the Seven of Wands in reverse? This person is having secondhand embarrassment. Yeah, this is their own energy. You know what I'm saying? This is projection. King of Cups. Yep. Sun in reverse. This is an inner issue. This person needs to do some sort of shadow work here. Leo. And then we got the Hierophant. Yeah, internally this person doesn't feel worthy. Taurus. And you could have picked up on this. The High Priestess. Yeah, you know this person is not a true leader. This person is not who they present themselves to be. And you maybe overlooked that this person was not a true leader. And this person wasn't willing to put in the work to heal. They're not willing to put in the work to heal. So this is not a wish fulfillment for this person or you. So you've walked away. And now someone needs your help to get some sort of Wheel of Fortune. And the Emperor in reverse, Aries, the ones maybe... Yeah, they're running out of options here. They ran out of options, ran out of resources. And you seem to know something that could weaken their pride, that has their pride affected, Leo. And they're willing, again, I know, like, I hate to get dark with it, but they're willing to take you on up out of here about it, baby. That's their wish fulfillment, okay? Yeah, to slow you down, cause endings. A lot of, death magic could be being done here. Yeah, somebody doesn't feel like it's fair that you won't accept their offer. And they feel like this is a betrayal. Like, you don't want to be a part of the bullshit. And you won't fall for the tricks and the games. And they like, wait, I'm the biggest and the baddest. And I should be able to trick you. And I can't trick you. Tricks are for motherfucking kids, okay? Period. Grow the fuck up. Somebody's being given a brand new start, or they want a brand new start. Four of Wands, but they're refusing to take action. They may be afraid to do this independently. Fear of love, fear of relationships here. The lovers. Yeah, this takes work. Relationships take work. You got to put in the time. And someone don't know how to do that. There's a lot of manipulative energy from this Queen of Swords in reverse. Someone doesn't... they're not in regret for creating this false narrative surrounding this relationship. This person is looking to come in quite quickly and communicate something because there's been a detachment here. The Devil in reverse, Capricorn. Yeah, somebody's trying to show some sort of discipline here. They've gotten some money here to end a cycle. What? Tell me more. Deception here. That's the truth. Somebody's deceiving you. And that's the truth. trying to hold you up, Pisces, sacrifice you so you don't move forward. Chariot in reverse, Cancer energy. Yeah, you've been called to pause and realize what's going on in the physical world, because someone is not intending for you to be able to take care of yourself. Or you could be realizing that Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Someone's being stubborn, selfish. Someone's not taking care of themselves. They need to slow down. Yeah. Ooh. Sure. Take the takers. Ooh, tricks for kids, little bitch. Okay, that was fierce. Tricks for little kids. You understand what I'm saying? You understand? Okay. Yeah. This is not to cause fear. Fear in reverse, care card. You just need to realize you need to take care of yourself. First things first. Take care of you. Okay? You lose if you don't follow your instincts. Yeah, there's someone's friends. Someone hates you. Ooh, love in reverse. This is why they're coming after you. Someone's friends could be hateful. We got Sagittarius. Yeah. They hate your beliefs, hate your spiritual beliefs, spirituality. Trick. Someone's coming after you to trick you out of being inspired, out of your inspiration. They seem to be determined. Your determination. They're consumed with who you're evolving into. Don't take this deal. It's a trap, Capricorn. Yeah, someone couldn't end you, by trying to take away your confidence. Libra here, Scorpio here. So it's thrown them off that you just kind of chilling. Stillness, Aquarius. There's a lot going on behind the scenes here that'll be coming out beginning of the week. They still trying to hide what's going on, but they haven't been able to adapt. This person has some sort of bad intentions here. They're very restless because they were trying to destroy you. They thought they were strong enough to destroy you, but you've been being defended. You're able to take care of yourself, Scorpio. This is wisdom. You learned with wisdom how to take care of yourself, Cancer, Scorpio energy. Yeah, somebody may feel like you're being mean, but you're really protecting yourself here. From chaos. The chaos of communicating with this person. You've grown, and now someone's sick because they're experiencing a loss midweek. They're gonna lose trying to destroy you. Their cunning efforts aren't working. They were so brave to do this. They thought they were brave, but now they're trying to hide. They might feel like you hiding your power, hiding what you do for work. Power, Aries. Your powers are working. Mystery. Yeah, somebody's impatient and they're losing happiness because things are changing quite rapidly. They in bad energy, baby. Don't believe this person. If you don't believe, you don't follow your instincts and you collaborate with this individual. Yeah, someone's working hard to get you to make you feel you know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta be scared. I just heard the sirens out there, but we giving you a warning, okay? Warning. Someone wants you to give them your blessings, Taurus. You don't trust this person because you remember the things that they've done. I know that's right. It ain't about being bitter. It's about being aware. And when those red flags stop looking like six flags to your ass, you will be a much better person. People be thinking you be being mean when you have boundaries, but sometimes people allow their low vibrational energy in their vessels to be attacked. And you'll have low level ass spirits. And sometimes people don't even be realizing what the fuck they be doing. Let's be real. But they frequency so low, they vibrate so fucking low that entities and attachments start working through them. And you be looking at the face of the individual when you need to be looking at the spirit of the individual. And I'm going to stay all the way real about that shit. People like, you looking too much into it. You da-da-da-da. See, this is why people keep reincarnating, having to learn the same weak-ass lessons lifetime after lifetime after lifetime, because they don't follow their instincts. They don't listen to their spirit team, and they take shit way too lightly, when at the end of the day, you do need to be paying attention. You do need to be realizing that, people are vibing very, very low. And no, anything else? Yeah, you got a John horse, and Emperor in reverse is going to be being quite assertive over the next 5 days. This person seems to have made a decision based off some sort of recent goal, trying to figure out a new plan. This person could be worried because they're running out of time, and so confirmation. So they've decided to send in someone to carry out this because they don't want to share the responsibility here. So they got into this relationship, but there's a cycle that hasn't closed out. So now they've made a decision to try to come in to solve something here. But this person, they're gonna try to trick you out of your spot. Yeah, throw you off, baby. All help ain't good help, and you sense that someone is losing a battle. Could be a Leo, and they're trying to hide that they're no longer grounded. They weak, and they stagnating, and they want you to be stagnated too. Ooh, that energy heavy. I'm going to keep my team brief. We almost at an hour, y'all. What the hell going on? But the week ahead, hey, I guess we can do it. We can do it for the team. We can do it for the culture. Stay safe out there, y'all. Stay dangerous. Fuck that. Stay dangerous. You know what I'm saying? Call on your warrior spirits and tell them to work on your behalf this week. Set up your wards. Refresh your wards if you are. And, don't feel guilty. Don't feel guilty about keeping boundaries. Because like I said, sometimes people have entities working through them to, stop you or, stop you from reaching your goals. They don't want you to follow your intuition. That love bomb shit don't work on me. And don't let it work on you. People be trying to appeal so that they can... If your spider senses is tingling and that Scorpio energy, that Pisces saying, hey, something don't smell right. What the old folks say in the South, something ain't clean in the milk. Baby, your slip is showing, okay? You need to listen. Sometimes we don't follow our gut. And you know how, like I said, you'll be reliving this same timeline in the next lifetime when you had a chance to ascend and move forward. So, do what feels not right, but what feels calm, what feels like comes to you effortlessly is the message I'm getting. All right, y'all. So that's what I got. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. If this message resonates, don't forget to follow, like, share, and subscribe. Tell a friend and tell a friend. You never know who it can help at the end of the day, And if you are in need of a reading or any sort of work, click the link in my bio and go ahead and book. Nothing is done without divination. So, we'll start there, okay? We'll start there. But I appreciate y'all for tapping in and indulging me for the past, almost hour. Thank you for supporting the House of Cush and the Cush Concierge and everything in between. I pray you guys have a blessed week. Well, fuck that. Have the week you deserve. And if you do good things, what they say, do right and right will follow you. Have the week you deserve. You feel me? All right, y'all. I love you, mean it. And we're going to chat soon. Bye.